Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning Abdullah, the Ethiopian Rabbi, who was Neville Goddard's mentor. Is it a coincidence that when I was 13 years of age, a black man walked from the burning bush that doesn't consume and gave me my commission? And now they're releasing Neville Goddard speaking about his mentor Abdullah. But what they're not telling you is that Neville had belonged to a secret brotherhood. Therefore, what I am saying is that you haven't been given the whole truth. So, in the scheme of things, they never really incorporate a black man. So, if what Neville is saying, it is 100% true concerning Abdullah, which he only say Abdullah without any surname. Just like how they have Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and so on, and all the other characters in the Bible, and they doesn't really have no surname. Okay. If it is so, then who is referring to as Abdullah is the same person that they are painting a white picture of that they call Saint Germain, a mystic traveler, one who have no beginning and no ending, no mother, no father, and one who can reincarnate and travel anywhere in the world. And so even when Neville said, Abdullah said, we were philosophers way back in China, thousands of years ago in China, how we, a people, could be so great. Okay, yet we were taught like as if we were the Neanderthal who came from the animals. But let us dig a little bit more deeper, because you see, most people just want to talk about the law and about manifest and manifest and manifest. But Neville talk about the law and he talk about the promise. And I experienced the promise, okay? Okay, so let have a conversation. When you look at the men and women who are benefiting, are given certain privilege based on what their ancestors would have done, you would see the people whose ancestors would have raped, killed, maim, lie, steal, rob. And you would have to ask yourself, what spirit are they of to do these things? Okay? And so, if Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia, and a mystic traveler, reincarnate to be a teacher on this planet, he must teach the truth about who we are, and he must expose the deceivers and liars. And that is why, my brother and my sisters, when you come to a certain level of consciousness as a melanated person, you know Abdullah have to be a state of mind. It have to be a state of consciousness that you as a black person will come to, that will bring you into self-realization, where you would understand true salvation, because it is self-realization, and it would teach you the power of your imagination. Okay? And so, my brother and my sisters, when you really check more deeply concerning the things that Neville have been saying, and for me personally, with Neville Goddard family having the biggest business in my country, okay, and there was the first company in the island to make sure the institute that you take the COVID injection and no work, even for those who are on probation. It gave me a lot to think about, and from the time I went up into the building and show the evidence of his father Joseph, got a picture and so on in the building and so on, show the mission statement and everything. Now you cannot go in that building without a code. There's a code. No, it's no longer open to the public, to just basically workers and so on. You know, and I know that because there's certain people who, when I go there to deliver things to them from my business, you know what I mean, my online business, they have to you have to call the person, and they will come down, put in their code, and then come outside, because you can't go up there. Okay, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, you see, I don't fabricate anything. Everything I tell you is the truth. And I'm saying all of this because certain things not adding up. Okay, how is it, right, that when I was 30 years of age, and just before I turned 30, when I was 29, I told a brother that when I turned 30, God was going to do something real mighty in my life. And at that time, you know, I was involved in the church system. And so, working in the post office, a box of tapes were given to me because they were there over 2 years plus. And the post office normally destroy things that there for a very long time. You know, and nobody claim them. They normally secure them over by the government, print and burn them. Okay, and this woman, Miss Jones, called me and offered me these box of tapes because of my zeal that I had for God. And they all would have marked William Branham. And to cut a long story short, I come to realize that William Branham was actually a student of the Grand Wizard of the KKK, a man by the name of Roy E. Davis. Okay, and William Branham led a so-called revival ministry all around the world and brainwash a lot of people in Africa and all around the world. And they had they started a whole cult following. They created a whole cult following. Jim Jones even came out from William Branham. William Branham was the person who actually even recommend Jim Jones and talk about Jim Jones had a great ministry and so on, right? And when I had his tapes and was just listening to them, didn't know who he was. One night I was told to just better, like put on cover myself. So I put on a long sleeve shirt and a long pants and I go to bed right away. I was told to go to bed and I would get a dream, and I was given a dream. And that's when I met the man who walked from the fire that doesn't consume, this black man with Ethiopian features. Oh no, it took me a lot of years to really realize that the first Bible was the Ethiopian Bible. It took me a long time to understand about the Kabranabras and so on, and the Orthodox Church in Ethiopia and so on. It takes me a long time to really start to put all these things together. So basically, I was just following my intuition, doing videos and sharing my experiences. And I was doing these things when I would have just started YouTube and so on, right? But it's just recently now I started to come back and start to share these things, with people, because I feel strongly led to do so, because I couldn't really put everything together of this black man walking out of the fire that doesn't consume and giving my commission. So this changes everything to show me that it's an African book. It's all about our life. So I never say that it's your spiritual autobiography that must be interpreted psychologically and all of that. He's trying to include himself and so on. And so, my brother and my sisters, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Okay? Because there's a lot of polarity. There's a lot of opposite. And Neville Goddard family had owned slaves. Okay? And I did a video on that. Okay? When they had the death of Richard Goddard in Barbados. Okay? And the writer in the newspaper was writing certain things, and he was just giving an account, of the Goddard family and so on. And, they had slaves, and they were forfeited from some lands too. They had slaves and so on. Okay, so most of these people, who own certain businesses in the islands and so on, from years ago. Okay, they are children of the slave masters. Okay, and I could point out many other businesses in my country and show you they were children of, from the slave master. Okay, so with certain things being stolen, and they have certain things in the Vatican and so on and all of that, and Neville was taught by a man first of all in England who gave him books and so on, and Neville normally speak about William Blake and so on. They have a secret society thing too, and William Blake and so on and all of that, right? You know, and with Neville Goddard biography being removed, and I knew exactly what was in his original biography, and they moved it, and they removed that part for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? They removed that part for a reason. I have the brotherhood he was in. I remember a white man interview me. You could check out his channel. I think his channel is what is his channel name again? But it have the word imagination in it. I'll try and remember it. Okay, but he did interview me. I think the thing is still there when he asked me who Neville was speaking about. When he said the brothers, when he said Abdullah said that the brothers told me you were coming. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Okay, the guy name is Tom. Okay, and I knew out of everything that he was saying to me, he wanted to ask me that particular question. Okay, but I refrained from it in terms I said, you know, he was talking his brothers meaning those of the same mind, you know. But you see, I don't do things unless I feel inspired to, you know what I mean? I'm very intuitive, you know, and spontaneous, okay? So this time is when I feel to do it. You see, in 2024, I tell you, everything will be revealed. All lies, you know, would be exposed. Okay, and right now I'm speaking to you. I'm just trying so hard to try to remember the name of his channel. Okay, but if you ask me to send a link at the channel and so by the time I do upload this video and so I'll be able to, you know, get it and send a link and so on for you, and you can see it for yourself. Okay, and I know that was the main question that you really wanted, was to ask me. So my brother, my sisters, you know, there's a lot of melanated people who have sell out their people up to this day and still selling out people, hiding certain things from them. That is why in the G Mall I met a certain person in this country who, you know, multi-millionaire. They have big business in the island, you know, melanated people. Okay, and that person had passed on. I met them in Dreamland, you know, and I was talking certain things. And they were hiding the fact that they were part of a secret society. And I knew because I had an innate ability that was telling me he's part of a secret society and he was just pretending. So you're going over or still holding a secret, and they normally trap you, okay, in the other world. Because when I meet William Branham, I used to hear William Branham night after night, but I can't find him. But when I do find him, it's because I would have gone beyond him and I met him face to face. Because if you follow these people who would have started all these religious denominations that they give to black people, you do your own research. You see all the religious denomination that black people are following. It was started by a white man or a white woman. Okay, when you follow them, right, they're trapping you in a dimension. What happened? Heaven is like a body, and in that body you can create instantly, so they can last you. Once you follow them, they will be one step ahead of you. Okay, so don't make the trick you. Soul chap is true, it's real. Okay, so don't get caught up with Nevillism and all of that. You see people name their channel Nevolution, Neville God, Art, this, that. It's all bullshit, man. Don't fall for it. Okay, you know, who knows? You know, I know a white man who, and he's here with me. I know he would hear me too. He used to all the time tell me he like parody. You understand? So one time he said to me, that is Abdullah who spill guts. Okay, I'm not afraid to talk. I'm not afraid to say the things that need to be said. Okay, and he say he love parody. So could it be a parody that Neville is speaking about when a black man comes who know his Christ self and who is enlightened and who is self-realized, that he would teach the message of self-realization and the power of imagination and so on. So he had to incorporate, you know, a black man and mention Abdullah and so on, because they knew who we are, you know. So you can put it whichever way you want to put it and take it from whatever angle. But I'm telling you, everything will be made known. Okay, and you know, for the people who think, well, AI gonna make things easier, you better wake up, okay? Because they have a massive agenda. So my brother and my sisters, yeah, use your imagination to create your reality consciously. Yeah, that is true. But get to know your true identity, get to know your true divinity, get to know, more about the oldest Bible, get to know more about this man, who walks from the burning bush that doesn't consume. So all of Christianity and all of the teachings and all of the pretending, when I speak about false identity and people trying to be you, it is true. It is true. Just turn everything the other way around. That is why, if you're a melanated person, you should definitely get my book, The Black Mystic from Ethiopia, the Neville Gallatin Mentor. Most Caucasian people who ever bought the book, they don't like it. They say this man is misdirected, this man is low energy and vibration. No, it's not true. High energy, vibration and frequency. You understand? And people like to talk about, protect this man at all costs and so on. They kill Martin Luther King, they kill Malcolm X, they do all of these kind of things. So you think because that happened, you get what I'm saying? It's just gonna continue happen and 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 happen. No. There must be a mass awakening. you understand what I'm saying? There must be a mass awakening. And the man who walk out and the burning bush doesn't consume. He know my destiny. You understand? And I am 100% willing and ready to face my destiny. Whatever my destiny is, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a conqueror. I put the devil under my feet. I'm an overcomer. So I'm a man filled with joy and happiness. I am free. In all of my lifetime, I've been delivering people. Okay. I've been helping people to deliver themselves from mental slavery. So the black mystic from Ethiopia, the rabbi, is basically showing you the true rabbi, the rabbi of all rabbis. You listen to Neville Gallatin. Go back and listen to Neville Gallatin and hear what Neville Gallatin is saying about this black man. And you would know that Neville Gallatin actually expose his entire race and expose his whole ancestry. That's why even the man Carter, whatever his name, who say he used to be his chauffeur, he say Neville, and he say Neville in Hebrew mean navel. Okay, if you read the Bible when tell you that David wanted food and so on for his men and so on, was passing through and Neville refused and so on and his wife say he's a fool and he give them to eat and to drink. You understand? So my brother, my sister, there's a lot I can go into, but I'm saying to you, take everything with a grain of salt. Take everything with a grain of salt. Look at all of these self-help writers and so on and new thought leaders and so on and all of that. Pieces of the Bible, man. So they give you one part, they give you it on one level, which is on the physical level, then they come and they give it on the psychological level. Then they want you to believe a certain when it comes to the spiritual level. So when Neville say the woman at his side and he say, and God walk with them and he say, and the woman look at him and smile and say, so you mean Neville is God? And he say, in the act of awakening, Neville is God. So if Neville is God in the act of awakening, who am I in the act of awakening? Ooh, things sweet. So if Neville is God in the act of awakening, who is a black man in the act of awakening? Who is he? And then how could you give him a sky god? And how could you paint a white idol and give him and tell him that he's Savior and the Lord and the Master? Think. I do all of these videos because I want to get people to think. Don't just think about money. Oh, manifest. Oh, this technique, that technique. Think more deeper. I want you to think more deeper. I'm doing this here. Think people. Especially if you're a melanated person, think. I want you to think. Well, listen back to Neville. And Abdullah, watch me. I want you to listen to what Neville said about Abdullah over and over as much. Just take a little bit what you say and listen to them over and 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 think and put two and two together and say, yo, this thing could really be, boy. What is people? That's why I tell you, ice people and sun people. The man who walk out of the burning bush just can't say that is sun man. And then they give you the ice man, Santa Claus. In this time and they season. And you have Christmas tree in your house? You have Christmas tree in your house? So my brother and my sisters, wake up, but this time for me, this is me for have fun. You catch what I'm saying? So, you know, the rabbi, you must become the rabbi. Okay? You have that DNA in you. You have the power in you. Okay? Everything, they stole everything from us, brother. You have to take back your identity. You have to take back everything that have been stolen from you. That's why colonialism is in all of these islands, from the school system right up. You understand? The people are so brainwashed, they all the time wanted some light-skinned man to rule over them governmental wise. You know what I mean? You know, I in my country, the Prime Minister tell them, I give you an education revolution, academic education revolution, everybody believe it. But here's a man teaching you imagination revolution. The bench, the pen, the pencil, the book, all of these things, even the building car school, all of these things was first imagined. They was first a thought, they was first an idea. They was first in someone's mind. Okay? So, not like if Neville God is bringing something new to you, not like if Neville God is bringing something spectacular to you. Our ancestors knew all of these things before the coming of the Europeans. Don't make nobody fool you. These are the things they had known. Let me just say this as I come to a close, right? To tell you exactly what I'm saying is the truth. And I know when they make this kind of long video, because right now, the way how the system set up, they make your attention span short. So I guarantee you, there are more Caucasian people who might listen to me up to this point because they're not talking the truth, right? But some melanated people, they wouldn't even be listening up to this point because they're thinking about money. For manifest money and manifest that. And you know, I fix something first, fix yourself first, and everything will come to you. See me tell you that. Okay? I remember many years ago, and I have a book on the internet called Book Men Be Result and the Messenger, where a white man from England named David Ames come and rip off all of the money. And he said the people who didn't deserve get paid. And in the book I said they'll come back, and they'll come back with some so-called investors, which is other slave masters, and they will offer the people what seems to be a little bit money, and they're exactly what they do. In order for the people to get at least $1,000 a month, well, you know what the government did? They changed the minimum wage to accommodate the people to work at the Sandals Resort. Because they would have been getting less. They do a quick thing to do that. Everything I written in the book. And so, when I was at the Book of Member Resort, as a part of my training, not knowing I was being trained, okay, to understand how these people normally think and how they act and how they see black people and so on, right? I remember I was doing spinning, when you ride the bike, the stationary bike, spinning, okay? And they didn't set up any system as yet to play music and so on and so on, but it's spinning. So I used to improvise. So one thing I used to do, I used to use visualization and get the people to visualize. So I used to take them on a journey, okay? So I had this white couple, and I take them on a journey from the resort in mine, to Fort Charlotte, okay? That is another place of interest where they build a fort and so on and thing, right? Because when the tourists comes off the ships and thing, they go to places like inches. They know why they call them places like inches to them. They know what they do. Okay, I can show you all the landmarks and so on. But anyway, so I take them to this ride in the mind, in the imagination to Fort Charlotte. I want to finish something inside of me. That time I haven't awakened, I haven't come to these things yet, you know what I mean? And something tell me, make them do the Black Power sign. That's when I use my imagination and everything, you know, and visualization, and make them do the Black Power sign. Okay, that's when I finish to say like, yeah, celebrate, you know, a Black Power sign. And the white man jump off of the spinning bike and was like watching it. And in my mind, I just say within myself, let him say he's too young to know anything about black power. Which at that time, being young, I never really know anything about black power that much. I doesn't even know anything about black power. I only hear the type of black power. And then that's what inspired me when I do a video and say black power is mind power. It's all about the mind. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm sharing these things, you understand, to show you, okay, that, you know, I know there's some divine, you know, infinite force behind me that is helping me. So when these things, when you know these things, you're not supposed to operate and live your life in fear. Okay, I'm not gonna live my life in fear. Okay, I'm not gonna die being a coward. No, never. I'm not gonna die ever being a coward. Okay. So my brother, my sisters, that's why I know your mind power. You have to take back. You have to take back your power. It's all about the freaking mind. It's all about the mind. So Neville got a name bringing nothing extraordinary and new. Don't put him on no pedestal. Let nobody fool you. Okay. So my brother, my sisters, take these things and, you know, start to apply your life. Start to seek for your ancestors to show up to you. Ask for sign. I know a brother in this country. I spoke to him. He used to listen to certain men on the internet. You know, and most of the men he used to listen to with laughter was white men. I said, bro, they are speaking to you. You're hearing them in English. You understand? But it's been encoded. Let me decode it for you. It's about the Bible and everything. I started to show him. After that, ancestors started turning up in his life. Right now, the man is one of the biggest, fastest growing young businessman in the island. And he was in $100,000 debt. After that, his parents were saying I was misleading him because they thought chopping Christianity. Now they want a piece of business. They want to get into business. Okay. There's another brother who was personal training just recently. And while we used to go for a walk each time and so on, a personal trainer, I used to go privately or sometimes walk with some weights in my car and so on and train him. You know, he lost a lot of weight, get in shape and everything and so on. You know, but right now, things is working so good for him. He's doing a bunch of traveling right now, he and his wife. Okay. And his business, everything just started to expand and everything, man. And I wasn't trying to like say teach him. I was just having just normal talk with him. But he told me the things I was saying, he was just putting them to practice. And everything just started changing in his life. So my brother, my sisters, this is time for people to wake up. Cat Williams know what he was saying. And Cat Williams is a man who self-made. He didn't never sell himself to Hollywood. You understand what I'm saying? When he say in 2024, our lies will be exposed. I'm telling you, it's from 2024 onwards, our life will be exposed. So right now, you're running against time because these men are working very hard to get AI up and going. And because when AI up and going, trust me, you're in a lot of deep shit if you ain't wake up. Real deep shit if you ain't wake up. Okay? So you make man tell you about AI gonna help you to make more money and so on, man, and on your leisure and so on. Stop, my brother and my sister, let me end by saying, stop just listening to people who, because they look just like you, and not learning to have discernment. You must have discernment, eh? Be wise. Be wise as a serpent and be harmless as a dove. They tell you serpent evil. Don't make them check you. The energy, I base of your spine. Me not about no kundalini bullshit, you know. I'm talking about power gonna blow off your skull cap. like how a volcano just blow off the top. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of experience we're talking about. You think sometimes when you listen to Neville could be that accurate. Could tell you how much days after when his son happy and say father and all of that. And I had all of them kind of experience. I can't tell you exactly how much days after. I can't do that. He had prior knowledge. Everything he said, he had prior knowledge. Don't make nobody fool you. Don't make nobody fool. Anyway, let me stop. Okay, let me come talk over. If you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Whatsoever you like to get, all of the links are down below. You want my books, the links are down below. You want to be a part of my Patreon community, the link is down below also. And if you're going to donate $20 or more, you have access to a course I call it Inner Sun Science and Technology to create your reality consciously. And along with that is a bonus course and self-concept. But whatever you desire, my brother and my sisters, the links, they're all down below. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to ever stop spreading the truth of the man who walked from the burning bush that doesn't consume and give me my commission. You see, it's like my whole walk, my whole ministry have taken a turn. And this is how the pattern I feel led right now. This is just gonna be the pattern I'm gonna use all the time. I'm gonna talk about a black man from now till thy kingdom come. Till I leave this earth. The black man. How is it, boy? Boy. You know, how is it? As a black man walk from the fire. How is it now, white man? I just having fun, eh? Okay, so with that being said, my brother and my sister, just wanna say peace, love you all. Out.